screenwriter, no update.
It was, the fact that this was a true story, I couldn't believe how crazy it is and how relatable it is too, as well, nowadays. I read the script and I told Ron right before going to a wedding, and I think I never saw those people getting married because I was on the phone with Ron. Do you remember that? With the music, I can't hear you! But we talked about the Baroness, and I told him how I felt and all these things that I was already imagining, and it was from day one. There was great communication and back and forth, and I was like, this might be the end of my career, but it looks like fun, so I'm gonna go for it. And yeah, I just really fell in love.
And I'll just say, Anna is a good character actress because she's nothing like the Baroness.
Sydney.
I mean, it's every actor's dream to work with Ron. I grew up loving your films, but being able to work with you, I have just learned what an amazing human being you are. And when Margaret came to me, I was absolutely amazed by, one, it's a true story, and two, it wasn't her choice. And she had to follow her husband's footsteps, and she had no idea what she was getting herself into. She was a child at that. And it was just such a crazy character journey for her and for all the other characters. And I absolutely wanted to dive into it, and with such an amazing cast. I mean, it's like a dream to be able to be a...
I think we all had to be audacious. What were you going to say?
Well, what drew you to the role, and what did it take to actually do some of the things that we see your character do?
You walk around naked?
Other things.
Screens for paparazzi.
Well, I mean, to second what everyone said, the opportunity to work with Ron, we knew we were in safe hands, and it was this extraordinary script, these incredible characters, and there was something really enticing about being in an ensemble. They don't come along very often, and there's this lovely sense at the beginning where, with the director and the writer, where you all kind of look at each other and we're all going, are we going to do that? How far are we going to go? Are we going to push each other? And it's a lovely, fluid, and it's a game of chance in a way, and trust, for actors in that
way. And so my way into the script was really from an emotional perspective. Like personally, I think we all sometimes question our existence and why we're here, what our purpose is. And I think what was so interesting to me is that there's these three groups who have three very different outlooks on why they're here on Earth. And that's just like juicy drama. And so that was kind of like my original way in. And then obviously when this amazing cast and talking to Ron over literally 5 years, it evolved into creating really interesting and complex characters. But at the end of the day, like Ron and I talked about this a lot. Like we kind of root for everyone in this movie, even though they're doing insane things. Like they're coming from a place of emotional truth or damage, but we connected to them at least.
Certainly empathy for